Hey everyone, Jocular Claymore here, and welcome back to Disco Elysium. So, last we left off, we found the body hanging from the tree, but even with ammonia, we failed the skill check and just kept throwing up, so that investigation's just gonna have to wait. So, in the meantime, we're exploring, the rest of this town, talking to the locals, and seeing what else comes up. So, very excited. Let's get started. So, I'm gonna check what do we have here. Inventory, empty cassette tape. Yeah, okay. So let's see. Have we talked to you yet? I've been kicked out of every joint in Revachol. Oh, you hear the distant squall of seabirds, right? Oh, it's this. There's just so many interactables in the environment. It's awesome. Money. I'm not quite sure if the setting in this game is based on real places or if it's all fictional. I wanted to look it up, but at the same time, I didn't want to spoil the surprise. And if I seem ignorant because all of these are real places and stuff, you know, lesson learned. Can we go up here? Yeah. I think we use this sword. No. A lonely cormorant surveys the sea, indifferent to your approach. The belly of this boat shines like it was recently painted. Rue de Saint-Ghislain, roundabout north. Okay, it's a sign. Cape Side Apartments. Inside the frame of a motorcycle in repair and the tools used to disassemble it.
Hey, up there, kiddo.
There's a girl up there. Did she spill the paint? Oh, can we talk to you?
The streets will flow red once more. A great torrent rushing down Rue de Esperance. You wait and see.
The girl stares at the sailboat by the pier. Your name is super cool. Cindy the Skull? Hell yeah.
The streets will not flow red with anything. Who are you?
I'm Cindy the fucking Skull. What else do you want to know? Date of birth, blood type, the last time I was tested for Hep C.
She's feisty. We just want to know your name, little lady. No need to get defensive. Don't use that tone with me, I'm the law. Let's start with your blood type and go from there. Hep. Yeah, when were you last tested? Just answer some questions, okay?
Ask away, pigman, but I don't promise to answer.
Despite the sass, she puts the brush aside. Yeah, so of course, we're playing a detective, and the locals here don't like cops. Probably for good reason. Let's see.
A brush? An artist? The red splatter is urban expressionism.
You keep looking off to the side. What are you looking at? What are you doing to the wall? Do you know anything about the recent murder? Yeah.
I ain't no snitch, pigstein. Go forth and forage in someone else's shit. No shortage of squealers in these parts.
So that tells me that she knows something.
Actually, there is a shortage of people who talk to us in a normal, calm, informative manner.
We weren't put on this earth to make your life pleasant, fucko.
You keep looking off to the side. What are you looking at?
The lieutenant furrows his brow at another one of your eccentricisms.
She nods disdainfully toward the woman performing maintenance on the boat dock next to the pier.
Hatred? Disgust? It's difficult to tell which of the two is more present in her girlish features. The woman on the boat does not notice her staring.
Joyce Messier.
That is on her. Someone's got to keep an eye on her.
Ozon is an archipelago 2 days' travel away from Rivershot. Its moneyed residents, used to posh restaurants and upscale boutiques, rarely have reason to visit Martinez.
Who is she?
Probably the Wild Pines rep. We should talk to her. She's a professional negotiator, though. I have the feeling she will be very cooperative while telling us nothing.
Hmm.
You should take the lead. Ask her unexpected questions, Do your thing. Don't be afraid to get a bit wacky. Throwing her off is our best bet.
Interesting.
Good idea, piggies. Run along now. Fuck her shit up good. Impound that boat while you're at it. I'd like to watch her swim back to us on.
Hmm. What are you doing to the wall?
Can't you tell? I'm painting a beautiful mural, an aereo graffitio visible from low orbit. I haven't really started it yet. I'm waiting for the right words.
She studies the wall, suddenly pensive. So you don't know what to write?
Have you ever tried your hand at graffitio? When faced with a blank wall, most people write unimaginative stuff, like pigs go home and Mona was here.
Graffitio? Is that the original term for graffiti?
We rarely see pigs round here, though. Just union cats. And my name's not Mona, so...
Why are you so committed to defacing the building?
This place is severely lacking in havoc. Not even the occasional trash can fire to break up the tedium.
So you want to spread a little anarchy, huh?
I thought I'd mix it up, summon the forces of crime and social chaos with a wall-sized invitation.
I have an opinion on this. Want to hear it?
Yeah?
I love public art. Don't mind us. Keep doing what you're doing. I'm gonna have to stop you. This is hooliganism. Actually, I don't have an opinion. I lied. I love public art.
Thanks. I'm sure the inspiration will come to me now that I have an official RCM stamp of approval.
And RCM, I believe, is the police department.
She means the opposite.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Catch you later.
Watch your back, Ungulate. You've got eyes on you.
Alright. Let's go talk to Joyce, I think her name was. Looks like there was more construction here. Once, decades ago. Magnesium. Docking reserved for residents of Rue de Sanqui Lane, 33A. Your room in the Whirling isn't much bigger than this sloop. This is worth more than you'll ever earn in all your life. Hello.
A striking woman leans against the cabin top of her sailing boat, smiling as you approach. Her green raincoat glistens with droplets. A silk scarf is tied around her throat.
Opulent.
Good morning, officers. I'm Joyce.
She extends her hand in greeting.
Joyce L. Messier. I represent the board of Wild Pines, the owners of the harbour. You gentlemen must be from the RCM.
She steps closer and holds out her hand over the railing. Joyce L? What does the L stand for? RCM? What is that? Foggy? What gave us away? Yeah, shake her hand.
I'm glad to see you here.
Her grip is tight and cold.
Like steel, there is strength there. If she wanted, she could sink her nails deep into your skin.
Well, I may or may not be into that.
I was dispatched to handle a strike, not a lynching. Anything I can do to assist the RCM in this matter, I will, gladly.
Cooperative. Yeah, I'm gonna take Kim's advice and just, throw her off with weird questions and stuff.
That is good to hear, madame. My colleague will take the lead on this interview. I should let you know that he is recovering from an unusual medical episode. Very unusual. But I can assure you of his ultimate competency.
Thanks for vouching for me, Kim.
There's a trace of irony in his voice. Mischief, even. This is a tactic.
Not exactly good cop, bad cop, but more like good cop, weird cop. Weird, hungover cop.
It happens quicker than a shooting star. But did the lieutenant just wink at you?
How interesting. I wish you a swift recovery. In the meanwhile, you have my full cooperation. and the full cooperation of the Wild Pines group.
You're on a boat. I'm on a boat. Tell me about Wild Pines. What do you do? What do you tell me about the strike? Tell me about the lynching. You seem rich. Can I have some money? Thank you. That's all for now. Okay. So, let's start with this.
What we do. I'm afraid I don't speak for Wild Pines as a whole. It's a giant undertaking.
There was a touch of discomfort there. She wants to merely represent.
So what do they do?
The Pines' core competency is logistics. Container shipping, freight, that sort of thing. See those airships there?
And your underwear feels uncomfortable.
Okay, chill. Get it.
You're poor. Poor as balls. You can't ask this person for money. You're too...
I love how like this is all like very stream of consciousness, like just in the middle of like a conversation with someone. Um, these thoughts, internal monologue. It's really interesting. You're too ashamed? I'm not ashamed. What is this feeling? I'm a goddamn working man. I'm not ashamed to shake this leech for some dough. As I should be for considering it. This is a woman and I'm a man. Yes, I should make my own goddamn money by now. What is this feeling? I've never felt it before.
Shame? You haven't really been in the presence of gentlefolk either, have you? What shame is there to be felt in front of these dock workers, cops, and hotel clerks, but to belittle yourself in these eyes of Odinil?
Zelda? Zelda?
As I was saying, if there's any way I may be of assistance, please don't hesitate to ask.
Okay, no, so we're not gonna do that. What can you tell me about this lynching?
Quite a few things, I'm afraid.
She falls silent for a moment, contemplating something.
The information I'm to share with you includes sensitive trade secrets. For the sake of my employer, I have to ask for your names and badge numbers.
But see, here's the thing. We don't have a name, and we lost our badge. Seriously, we still don't even know the name of our character.
Of course, ma'am. We should have introduced ourselves. I am Lieutenant Kitsuragi from Precinct 57. And this is my colleague from Precinct 41. I'm afraid he doesn't have his badge at the moment. I hope mine will suffice.
How curious. Why is that, Detective?
That's our only option. Remember when my partner told you I'd recently suffered from an unusual medical episode? My lost badge is related to it. Zelda? No?
I see. So, are you saying you lost your badge during the course of this episode?
It's possible. After a night of heavy drinking, I lost all memory of my life in the world. I could have eaten it for all I know. I don't remember anything. This world, this city, nothing. Yes.
I can't hear you, darling. Speak up, please.
It's possible.
Oh, dear. Some kind of encephalopathic amnesia. I don't even know how to respond.
Encephalopathic amnesia.
I do believe you, naive as that may sound. I simply can't imagine what you gain by faking such a condition.
As I said, ma'am, his technique may be very unconventional, but he is an officer of the RCM.
Of course, I sympathize, but I'm afraid I simply can't share anything more until I've seen that badge.
She's a professional negotiator. She should be open to some sort of mutually beneficial arrangement.
17% plus 1 sympathy. I don't think that's really going to help. We can try.
Feelings will guide the way.
But madam, I need to know about this lynching. It's very important to me. It's the case I'm solving.
I assure you, it is no small matter for me either. We all share the responsibility for disarming this situation. I hope you have a badge for me as soon as possible.
You don't understand. It's not like a side case for me. This is my main thing. You have so much else. I only have this. This is the entirety of my existence.
She's silent. flaps the sail above her.
This boat, for example, and a home somewhere. I only have this case. Ooh.
Officer,
The carbon fiber hull creaks. I don't remember anything except this lynching. There is only this coast and this lynching.
you know, I don't mean to sound cold, but if you want something, you have to give something back. More than just guilt.
Yeah, fair enough.
You're doing it. Despite your own best efforts, you're still getting in. Somehow.
I am?
I'll be frank with you. If I'm going to break protocol, I need to be able to justify it to my superiors. They're going to want to see something tangible.
Like what?
The Union is conducting drug trade out of the harbor. It's an open secret in Martinez. Surely it must not come as a complete surprise to the RCM either. Perhaps it's time to look into it.
Yeah, so last episode we found a stash of amphetamines in a secret room. That might be it.
Or you can find your badge, which honestly seems like a lost cause.
And then we had found a coat hanging off a rail that Kim said is likely my coat. But we failed the jump to retrieve it, so that's not happening right now.
Detective, a word in private before we continue.
Excuse us for a moment, madam.
This is not going quite as I hoped it would, Detective.
How did you hope it would go?
Honestly, I was expecting you to use your unorthodox technique to keep her off balance, and not volunteer us to be her henchmen.
I was trying. Oh, so we're henchmen now.
This woman is running circles around us. She might have known about your misplaced badge all along, or she's simply an adept improviser. Either way, we've played straight into her hands.
Well, darn.
Maybe this is all her plan. She might have heard about you.
The company must have more ears on the ground. She could have known about my condition. What do you propose that we don't investigate the drug trafficking? We could just, find my badge. Let's get back to her then. Yeah, but I feel like we're not getting far with by talking to her. We could find my badge.
Oh, that would be fantastic, but do we have the time? The world is large and your badge is 8 by 6 centimeters.
Fair point.
The situation might have changed drastically by the time you locate it. Time is of the essence.
You could request a new one from your station, but that would literally take months.
Company must have more ears on the ground. She could have known about my condition.
I wouldn't go that far. Her reaction did come off as sincere to me. I think she's just quick to adapt. She's a professional, after all.
What do you propose?
No. If there is reasonable suspicion, we must investigate. Otherwise, she could claim we're siding with the Union, or that we are on their take. We'd never hear the end of it. What I propose is, we ask her, then we investigate, briefly. But do not share the outcome of this investigation with her. We tell her it's done and demand for her information on the lynching.
Okay. Let's get back to her then.
You're back. Good. What can I help you with?
Okay, tell me about the alleged drug trafficking.
It's quite straightforward. Someone is using Terminal B to smuggle raw ingredients from the Samar and Isola into Revachol with the Union's blessing. Wild Pines has suspected it for years.
Ingredients for what, ma'am?
Meth and dextroamphetamine, GBL, and various synthetic psychedelics. Honestly, it might be quicker to say what you can't make from the stuff.
Let me get this straight. The materials come from Samara to Revachol through the terminal, and you want us to investigate.
Yes, but you won't get anything out of Evrat and the Dockworkers Union. Still, every chain has its weak link.
But we did find the amphetamine, so...
The handoff. The motor lorries at the roundabout.
The lorries.
Precisely. Someone needs to move the ingredients from the harbour into the city. Once they reach Jamrock, they're distributed to a network of local manufacturers well beyond our grasp. but in transit they're vulnerable.
How convenient that they're stranded like beached whales at that roundabout.
Perhaps you've noticed that a number of lorries are tangled in a traffic jam at the roundabout just now. Interview the drivers who are still hanging about. One of them might be waiting for a crucial shipment.
She gives you a knowing look. Okay, so interview the drivers.
Her irises are light green, like the river Esperance in bright daylight, upstream where it's clearer.
I'll be explicit. If you find this driver, I will share company secrets with you.
Okay.
Uncovering Union secrets could also give you an upper hand when dealing with them.
What proof do you have that the Union is involved?
How do you think they're financing this strike? There are thousands of unpaid dock workers going strong for the 4th month straight.
There was a shakedown of local businesses preceding the strike. Many were squeezed to bankruptcy to fund it.
With all due respect to these desert cacti, the contents of a few cash registers cannot provide for 2,000 men. The local businesses can scarcely provide for themselves.
So you think the strike is being funded with source ingredients for drugs?
Precisely. Smuggled out of that very gate at night, most likely, then loaded onto lorries and driven to Jamrock. You simply need to find one driver who will open up to you.
It's no coincidence the lorries are stranded there like that, is it?
No. We asked East Motor Track to raise the drawbridge. The road company is a partner of one of our subsidiaries. However,
She pauses, looking to the sea.
this is a limited time opportunity. Once the complaint has been processed by the Trade Committee, they'll have no choice but to lower the drawbridge, and the operation will continue.
She looks north.
Thousands of liters of raw ingredients will pour onto the streets of Revachol. Not the east across the river, but the west. The vulnerable, the weary.
Well, at least this solves one mystery.
What is that, Lieutenant?
Why I had to call East Motor Track and beg them to open a drawbridge for me. I'd wondered since I first drove in, on my motor carriage.
I am sorry for the inconvenience, Lieutenant Kisaragi, but we need them trapped here. This is a unique opportunity. I'm sure you understand.
Okay, I've made up my mind about the smuggling investigation.
Yes?
We will take this case, probe the driver, see what it yields.
Excellent. According to my reports, there are at least 3 lorry drivers lingering near the roundabout. Hopefully one of them will know something. It may come to nothing, or it may just blow the case wide open. I can keep the drawbridge up for a few more days at least. You should have the time you need. In the meantime, let me know if there's any other way I may be of assistance.
She takes another long sip from her seemingly bottomless thermal cup. Alright.
Of course, Detective.
So... Okay, so this is for inspecting the body. We got the ammonia already. Didn't work. Equip and complete volumetric shit compressor. Do we have that thought? Yeah. Oh, okay. Okay, and oh, I see. So we have like wait. There. Okay, so we've been making progress in one of our thoughts, Lonesome Long Way Home, and then volumetric shit compressor. Your shit is apart, and it's rather unbecoming of a cop and human being. Compress a small area. To achieve a solid level of compression, squeeze your butt cheeks together for 30 minutes. Do something similar with the 2 hemispheres of your brain. Talk to people, maybe that will help. Alright. This is fascinating, like... so many possibilities.
A sturdy metal door guards the southwest entrance to the apartment building. It's locked.
Let's knock.
The door rattles against your knuckles, but there's no response.
Knock again.
The door rattles again, but this time you hear an elderly woman's voice calling out from inside.
Stop banging on the door! I'm not letting any more strangers inside.
This is the police. Open the door.
The police? Everyone knows the police don't come round here.
The hallways echo with her cackle. Please let me inside, it's cold out here. But I'm not joking.
No, I already told you. I won't be responsible for any more strangers getting into the building.
Girl!
Go check the backyard door. Maybe someone there will.
She trails off, leaving the sentence unfinished.
Backyard door. There must be another entrance to the east.
Kim, tell her we're real policemen.
Madame, I assure you, we are real police officers.
There is no reply. Just faint, sweeping sounds inside.
Alright, entrance to the east. Did that do anything? Oh, it must be locked or something. Alright. Here, what's this?
This is a wall on the side of an apartment building.
Why am I looking at this wall?
Because this is no ordinary wall. It is sublime. Look at it. The shadows, the colors.
Let the conceptual joy flow into your pupils and blossom into thoughts in your brain.
All the other walls on all the other houses must make a pilgrimage in adoration of this, the uncontested pinnacle of wallcraft, color peeled from the very face of God.
More!
O wall father.
Oh! Kim, I must paint this wall, add even more beauty to it. No, there's nothing to add to perfection.
Your loss. Farewell, light-drenched wall at the end of the world.
Okay, so... yeah, so now we're on the other side of that yard. There's the body. Money and magnesium.
Hey, what's that noise down there?
Oh, somebody there. A garden hose. This won't be of use until the snow melts. A balcony with a view to the yard and the hanging. Chairs and tables eaten by rain and rot. Another splattering of bullet holes on this wall. Nosiped. And... oh, we got a hat. Can't put it on. Nice. Oh, we could have put those gloves on for interacting with the body, but oh, okay. Okay, guess it's locked. Can we talk to you?
You see a young man on a balcony nursing a cigarette. His eyes have been following you for a while.
Not looking for any trouble, officer.
Despite the cold, his shirt hangs unbuttoned on his frame.
It's the voice of someone who has something to hide, my liege.
You hiding something? Speak up. This is the police. No trouble for me. I just want to know what's going on here.
I don't want to be seen talking to the gendarmerie if that's okay. I just want to finish my cigarette.
Don't let him go. This could be your witness. The balcony has a great view of the whole thing.
Actually, the gendarmerie really needs to talk to you.
Is it really that important?
Like a nervous cat, he keeps stealing looks at the neighboring windows.
All right, but make it quick. Once I finish this cigarette, I have to run.
What's all your name? Looks like you got a good view of the Whirling's backyard. Can you tell me anything about the hanging?
I'd even go so far as to say that the view is a little too good, my dear gendarme. Do you have an estimate of when the body will be taken away?
We will remove the body as soon as possible. Now tell us, where were you last Sunday?
Oh. You already asked me that, didn't you?
Wait, is someone else investigating the lynching?
Pretty sure I didn't.
No, not you. Some more muscular type.
And when did you speak to this more muscular gentleman?
The lieutenant takes out his little blue notebook and writes something down.
Last week? I don't know. Look.
He looks around the courtyard again. Old patio chairs and dead houseplants litter the scene.
He's an actor, declaiming a soliloquy. See how you hang on his every word?
You didn't answer the question. What were you doing last Sunday?
I had a friend over.
What kind of friend?
It was my Sunday friend.
What's your friend's real name? Did he see something?
He doesn't reply, gesturing no with his cigarette. In the neighboring windows, you can see faint reflections of his silhouette, all from different angles.
Can you tell me your name?
My name? My name is Martin Martinez.
That's definitely not his real name.
Yeah, I mean, Martin. You're not actually called Martin Martinez, are you?
No, of course not. Could you please lower your voice?
He scans the courtyard. It's silent like the bottom of a well, every sound captured and reflected back. Alright, we'll talk later.
No. We won't.
He takes one last drag of his cigarette before stubbing it out on the balcony.
Now, if you'll excuse me, I really need to get going.
Convince him to stay?
Time to bring out your secret charm. Tears and begging. Show him your emotional side. Throw yourself before his very feet like a dog.
It's funny how, like, when you fail a skill check, the game proceeds to, like, humiliate you. It's like, neither option is good. Going to cry, huh?
No, for God's sake, I don't want you to cry.
He takes a quick step back and looks around, clearly disturbed.
Listen, I really have to go.
With a flick of his wrist, he sends the extinguished cigarette sailing over the rail.
Good luck with the investigation.
He walks away.
He's gone.
The lieutenant puts away his notebook and turns to you. We should run after him, see where he went.
No point in running. Tenements like these often have multiple exits. If he doesn't want to talk to us, then he'll know how to hide himself.
So we just give up?
He could be a witness. Him or his Sunday friend. Either way, we need to look into that muscular type who's asking about our case.
Okay.
There has to be a way of getting inside the building. Let's go check out the door near the pier again. Once we found the way in, we can ask around for his apartment.
There's a little peepee on the door. Hey.
Damn.
Oh, something happened with the audio. There must be another way into the building. Alright, out. They look up. Okay. The curtain shifts just a little. Someone is watching from within. Can I go through here? No. Because we tried that door where the old lady was, but she didn't let us in. Let's try again.
A sturdy metal door guards the southwest entrance to the apartment building. It's locked. This could be a way into the apartment building the smoking man vanished into.
Hey, are you there? I've checked the backyard, but couldn't get in that way.
Good. We had enough problems with bums and drunks and thieves loitering in the hallway. You have no business here.
Convince her that you're a real policeman.
You're well versed in the kind of threatening legalese that implies criminal liability, but in fact has no meaning whatsoever.
Ma'am, your non-compliance is hindering a police matter. I may be forced to refer you for potential prosecution.
I know my rights, and don't you marm me, boy.
But the sweeping on the other side has stopped.
Miss, would it help if we offer to show you our badges?
Ah, it's like a carrot to the stick, sort of.
Hold your horses. I don't care about your stinking badge. Just come in.
Oh, didn't mean to do that. Alright, we made it in. The graffito says, a firing squad for the rich.
Give me a moment.
An elderly woman is leaning on her broom, her knuckles white as bone. She seems to be having difficulty breathing.
The cold never does any good for my bronchitis.
First, I'm the policeman that asked you to open the door. Are you sure you don't want to see my badge? Are you alright? Should I call a doctor? Call a doctor?
I'm fine. Fine. Don't you worry about me.
If you say so.
Now, what do you want from me, policeman?
She's the cleaning lady. She knows the floor plan and the residence.
I'm looking for a young male in his mid-20s, dark hair, skinny build, a smoker on the balcony.
Yes, yes. I know who you mean. The scrawny boy who's always smoking like the devil, right?
She looks at the other end of the hallway.
Somewhere in the building, a child starts crying. You hear a radio tuned to a talk show and someone taking a shower.
What's he in trouble for?
No trouble. I just want to talk to him. Do you know where he lives?
Talk?
What was so funny about that?
He lives upstairs in room 28. Go to the balcony. It's one of those doors there. He's usually home in the evening.
Thank you. We should go check out his apartment on the balcony. See if he's home.
Thanks, I'm off. Okay, so 28. But we need to find the stairs, don't we? What's this? Someone has drawn a 5-pointed star on the wall.
That isn't just a 5-pointed star. It's an inverted white pentagram cradled in a wreath of antlers. The iconography of communism, in other words.
Is it? Inspect the symbol closer.
The star and antlers was developed in the 6th decade of the last century and quickly adopted by Mezov and the communards during the revolution. Even today, half a century after, the star and antlers retains the ability to evoke hope, disappointment, and fear in equal measure.
What does it evoke in me?
Nothing at all yet. Right now, it's just meaningless shapes on a wall.
Okay. This box is filled with cleaning chemicals, smells of laundry detergent. Oh. Glasses. Eviction notices and missing pets are plastered on top of each other. An old shoe rack, boots, sneakers, and old slippers. These shoes come in 3 different sizes. Apartment 12. A loud rumbling snore comes from within. Okay, we want apartment 28. That looks like it goes down. That's the exit. Oh, balcony. The breaker box is full of cigarette butts and electric wires. What? Someone's growing rosemary, thyme, and a cactus.
This door is made of metal and appears to be reinforced. Someone here really values their security.
Oh, that's the apartment we need.
Number 28. This is where the cleaning lady said the smoker on the balcony lives.
Let's see if anyone's home. Knock on the door.
Okay.
No one answers.
Looks like the young man we are looking for isn't home. I think our best chance to catch him is in the evening.
He looks around, taking in the cold spring air. Yeah, and I noticed that at the bottom right we have a clock. So I assume it's 11:20 a.m. So we'll have to wait a bit.
We should return tomorrow after we have finished with our day's work. How about 9 p.m.? Sound good?
Sounds good. Tomorrow, 9 p.m.
Tomorrow, 9 p.m., right here. Apartment number 28. Good, let's go.
Damn. Turns out it's quite tricky finding someone in a big apartment building. Don't worry. You'll get him.
Yeah, I'm sure we will.
Remember, tomorrow. He's probably gone for today.
Got it.
Volumetric ship compressor.
Oh. Plot complete.
Bizarre scientific news from Revachol West today, where a police officer's shit has been observed at a pressure of around 495 gigadecimals. These metallic hydrogen levels of shit togetherness were thought to exist only at the center of collapsing stars, not law officials. It remains to be seen how long the shit singularity lasts.
God, I love the writing in this game. What bonuses do we get? All endurance white checks unlock learning cap for endurance race to 4. What's going on with the stick? Alright. So, what did that do? So we finished that. Okay. Do we have a map now? Okay. Pry bar for that. Joyce's info. We gotta talk to the drivers for that. Yeah, that's part of this. And the smoker, we have to come back at 9. Yeah. And then these are done. Alright. What else? Alright. Complete silence. Yeah, it's probably nothing here, but I just want to see it. Alright. I guess next we can do is talk to the drivers. Oh wait, already. That's locked. Alright, let's go back down. Got some money. Postcard. And then anything over here? A note reads, foreclosed by Martinet Realty Associates. Someone has torn down the wall. I also notice that broken window. The sea below looks cold and winter gray. At least I think it's a broken window. Alright. That goes to the balcony. Yeah, different balcony. Okay. Hey, Cindy's skull.
Ooh, the piggies have learned how to saunter up staircases. I didn't think you could do that with hooves. But here you are.
That's right, we evolved. You're in trouble now. We cops don't like closed doors, unreachable approaches, or people having high ground zones. We evolved.
Yeah, I can see that. Cool mutations.
That smell coming from her paint bucket. It's not paint. It's heavy fuel oil.
Oh my.
Red-dyed heavy fuel oil is only used in government vehicles, or at least that's the idea.
Is that government fuel oil?
What did you think I was using? Aquarels? Sucked it out of a cop's fuel tank myself. Back in Jamrock.
Fumes are bad for you, okay? You better hand it over. That's some clever cultural commentary. You better hand it over.
Or what? You'll push me off this ledge and pry the bucket from my dead hands?
Alright, well, guess not. So yeah. Someone's been sleeping here recently. Cindy? 100 tiny feet scurrying beneath the grate, the rats of the city. Yeah, probably literally, right? Enough coal to last for several winters. Smells of chemicals. Alright. But yeah, that's cool. Mhm.
The pockets of these new jeans are perfect for sticking your hand into. Makes you look cool, calm, and collected. As your hand enters the pocket, your fingers brush against something, soft, yet crinkly.
I do that when I wear jeans or pants in general with pockets, like stick my hands in them. I'm standing around. Take the item out.
Hey, it's a chewing gum wrapper. It reminds you of the fruity juice of apricots. You should inspect it closer if you have time. Something about the wrapper's texture is familiar. By the way, the raw materials were most likely exported from Seaguy, the apricot suzerainty, and processed in sur-le-clay into the apricot-flavored chewing gum loved by kids of today and yesterday. Something about it is familiar, and not only to your fingers.
Very interesting.
A crinkled chewing gum wrapper. The worn label reads, Tutti Frutti. It smells faintly of apricots with a barely noticeable twinge of cinnamon.
Too pretty.
You feel compelled to point out that there's nothing fruity about cinnamon. It's a spice derived from tree bark.
Cinnamon's not even a fruit. Why do I even care about this? I'll hang on to it just in case.
You neatly fold the wrapper into a square before you put it back into your pocket. Carefully, lovingly even.
I don't know the voice actors in this game, but that particular voice, like the one who's doing the internal dialogue, reminds me a lot of Idris Elba. I doubt it's him. I don't think it's him, but I get those vibes. All right. I don't see anything else. Moving on. That door is where we came from. Cool skull. Probably locked. Yeah. Oh. The chair is new. Someone lives back here. Anything else? Oh. No. No. That.
Ruination has come. The broken arches betray the once grand history of this building. It towered over the harbor until it happened.
Form a guess about what happened.
A great force from the northeast fired into the city. Heavy artillery shelled the coastline. Fired from the water. A straight shot into Revachol.
Yeah, I think there's an old man we talked to, Renee, who's telling us about the history and heavy artillery involved. Yeah.
The tenement acted as a defensive wall against the worst of the shelling until it was destroyed, and they had a direct firing line.
Look at the ruins in the water.
Those arches acted as support for something greater than what you see now. Only 3 stories stand where 9 to 12 once did. Restoration has failed. What the shelling took out was never rebuilt.
Who did this? This damage?
A fleet, the combined armies of Occident and Grad, with Mesk volunteers, a 5-nation army, hundreds of vessels. They massed airships further down in the Bay of Revachol. The artillery was so powerful. The ships not only required gyroscopic stabilization, they were anchored into the ocean floor as well. Many are still there to this day. If you squint, you can just barely see the shadow on the water, far in the northeast. Cannon still ready to placate Revachol.
And we got a new skill available?
Coalition warship Archer can shoot 50 shells a minute on 20 co-aligned archers. They will reach the city in 58 seconds.
Hey Kim, do you know who shelled our city?
The Coalition. But that was a long time ago. I think we should move on. It's chilly up here.
Taking the ocean.
The waves of the Martinez Inlet roll over the fallen remains of the building. The dark waters obscure the better part of the remains. What didn't fall into the ocean was used as scrap. What wasn't used as scrap was thrown into the ocean.
Time to go. Oh, something happened. Okay. Trying to see here. So we have... How many skill points do we have? So we have 5 intellect. Psyche, your power to influence others, yourself and others. Could be useful. And that's our lowest one. Physique and motorics. Yeah, I guess we could level up Psyche. Or can only level up one thing. Looks like we got it, right? Yeah. Alright, looks like we got it. Cool. What's going on with the... Oh. Yeah, there's something weird with the camera. Alright, we can meet. Yeah, we'd like to find those drivers so we can get back to Joyce. I feel like our main goal is to solve the murder, of course, but we got a lot of other stuff going on. That's my song. That's not shit. Alright. Let's go back to, yes, these old fellers. Talk to you.
I have really outdone myself. This is divine.
Oh, Gaston.
Yes, that's what you need, Gaston. More padding on that fat arse of yours. I hope your heart gives out.
Damn, bro.
René, it's a little pleasures. Life doesn't need to be a struggle. Hello, officer. How might I be of assistance on this fine day?
Tell me, what do you know about the dead man?
Let me think. I heard someone was hanged and left on a tree for a week. But that's all I know, really.
Really? You know absolutely nothing?
No, officers, I'm sorry. And I really would like to assist. You are both good guys. I can see that.
Yeah, he's a lot friendlier than René.
Then help them, you wimp. You
See?
have plenty of shoulder with your ghost caviar in the Union. Someone must know something.
He means caviar socialists.
Mm-hmm.
I wish I could, but I just don't know anything. I always keep my nose clean and don't gossip. Everyone knows and respects that.
Odd. He doesn't seem to be lying, but there's something off here.
Sounds a bit like you're holding back.
I'm not even anyone.
Of course he's holding back. His mouth is so full of Union prick he can't even speak properly.
Damn, you got no chill.
Can I at least finish my fucking sentence before you piss on it? Is that okay, René? I'm not anyone important in the Union. I just know Evrard.
And who is this Evrard, you know?
Evrard Clare. Everyone in Martinez knows the Clare brothers. I taught these boys human studies and history in the gymnasium.
What do you know about history? You never witnessed history. Only heard about it years later, when it had already moved on. You don't know history.
The old soldier mumbles something under his breath and turns to face the sea. There he stands, proud, rigid and alone, like a cracking marble statue.
Let's try not to get caught in a crossfire.
Okay, that's all for now.
No, thank you. For being consummate professionals. You'll have this case wrapped up in no time.
Thanks, Gaston. Oh, no.
Yes?
No, I meant to do the other thing. I saw a, yeah, that. Come on. The damage looks like it could have been caused by an earthquake. Check this out. Oh, that might be the driver
Before
over there.
you stands a motor carriage. The bodywork is covered in blue and white livery, bearing the number 57. Vapor emanates from the large engine on the back of the vehicle. It hasn't had time to cool off yet. This must be the infernal machine, that toy from oblivion. The Caprice Kinema motor carriage.
Open the door.
In the cabin, you are welcomed by a set of steering levers, a radio microphone on a hook, a pull-out toolbox under the seat, and the soft glow of the fuel preheater gauge. A scent of leatherwork and heavy fuel oils washes over you.
I do recall Kim saying something about a radio, but I don't know if it's this specific one. Let's try it.
The frequency tableau lights up, and the green button labeled Prime Line glows like a feline eye. And then you hear something. The soft purr of electrical kittens, radio waves cast far and wide over the metropolis. A woman's voice greets you through the static.
This is Precinct 57. Hello, Lieutenant. How may I assist you?
Hello, Alice. Please assist our colleague from the 41st precinct here. I'm putting him on.
So this is the radio.
Operating the radio is easy. Just be confident. You've probably done it 1,000 times.
Hi, Alice. This is the officer from the 41st precinct speaking. Nice to meet you. That might not be protocol, but...
This is Officer Alice Demetri, Precinct 57. How may I assist you?
Under the green Prime Line, a yellow saved button catches your eye. You wonder what the lieutenant's default radio station is.
Okay, I have something to report. Sylvie, I do remember that name. Let's talk to Sylvie.
Of course. What is the number, officer?
Kim, didn't Gottschalk give you Sylvie's number?
Yes, hold on. Her number is 005 1944 298.
Received. Hold on, officer.
Start slapping a marching rhythm on your thighs.
Give it a minute. She might be busy at the moment. Takes a bit to get to the phone.
Officer, I have Sylvie Malaika on the line for you. Yes, hello?
A female voice greets you through static. It sounds like she's millions of miles away from here. Hello, is the police calling? I have some questions about your last days at work.
Oh, right. Hello, officer. What can I do for you?
Was it you who called the police?
No, not me.
Do you know who made the call?
No, sorry. I don't. Not a lot of people have phones around here. Copper thieves take the wires. People don't have the money to have the cables put in again. They use the Union's phone, or the one on the coast.
Does she have an American accent?
So the Union has a phone, and there's one further down the coast. Got it.
It was someone else. We'll find them sooner or later, officer. It just might take a while.
Okay, next question.
Yeah, go on.
You quit your job at the Whirling. Why?
You mean, why did I leave the bar? Honestly, I'm not really comfortable discussing it with you, sir.
Why not?
Wait, why aren't you comfortable discussing with me? Yeah, I don't really want to push on that. Alright, I won't push you.
Maybe, I don't know. I just know I have to take some time off right now.
I think I got everything I need. Thanks.
I do hope so. Please, don't call me again. Bye.
Wait, why does she seem angry with you? We could try.
No, she doesn't have a problem with you. It must be someone else she's angry about. Some other guy. Like Gart.
Yeah, it's definitely some other guy. A guy like Garth.
You know women and their constant problems. Yak yak, nag nag. How's one supposed to get the love going like that?
Okay, bro.
That's where you step in. You're Lieutenant Love, matchmaker extraordinaire. Help the poor girl out, lest she turns into a spinster.
Oh my god, not a spinster. I don't know that person. Yeah, she's a woman, probably just playing hardball with the goods. Women are just transactional. I'm happy to help, but maybe I could do so without all this internalized misogyny?
What misogyny? I'm just telling things the way they are. Can't a man be honest in his own head anymore?
God, everything's just woke these days.
You have to act, Lieutenant Love. You have to calm that hysteric down. Tell it you've got everything under control. Then go and have a little boys' talk with God himself. Think you can do that, Lieutenant Love?
Are you still there, kiddo? Listen, I got everything under control. Daddy's gonna take you on his lap, little darling. Please no, I don't want to say any of those things. Refuse the love quest, although it's wonderful. Yeah, it's okay.
You're just a gimp. What? You want to be more empathetic?
Yes, actually.
Call was terminated by the other party. Anything else, officer?
Could you connect me to the 41st precinct?
Just a second, officer.
She puts you on hold, the static crackling softly like a bonfire. After a while, you hear an old man greet you from the radio. His rattly voice is oddly familiar.
10-2, 10-5. This is 41st. Come in. Over.
The man uses relay code. You've got this. You're a cop, and cops know relay code.
10-4, Station 41. I've got urgent business. Over.
10-4, message received. 10-5, relay message. What's your status? Over.
Just reporting in. Over.
10-18, state your message, sir.
Okay, to report the badge missing, financial assistant, personal details. Badge.
10-9, over.
My badge, I can't find it anywhere. Basically, it's gone.
10-4, message received. This is a very serious situation. I need to 10-22 the captain. Over.
What if we're not even a cop? That'd be wild. I mean, everyone sure is treating us like one.
Is it him? What does he want?
Says he lost his badge and needs to report it.
He what? He lost his badge?
Say nothing.
Who lost his badge?
Oh no.
Dick fucking Mullen. Who do you think? It's Officer Dick Mullen from the bestseller Dick Mullen and the Lost Identity.
Dick Mullen is not your name.
Yeah.
It's the name of a fictional detective who would not lose his badge.
Yeah, we learned about Dick Mullen last episode.
Defend yourself. Immediately. They're laughing at you.
Come on, operator, tell him to stop. This is serious. Haha, officer lost his badge. Haha. Yeah. Can we just move on? I want to get a report and be done with it.
10-4, I hear you, officer. I'm just going to make a note here that you are in pursuit of your misplaced badge. Over.
Fuck me. Mac, come here. You've got to hear this. Dick Mullen lost his badge.
Yes, yes. So hilarious.
What's going on? Super Cop here lost his badge.
He lost his what now?
His badge. He lost his goddamn fucking badge.
Enough with this now. I have other things to discuss.
10-9, come again. I didn't get that. Over.
The animated conversation in the back is making it difficult for him to hear you.
New heights even for Captain Sober.
Ask him. Ask him if he's lost his gun, too.
The room roars with laughter. I don't even know if we have a gun.
Sergeant Orson wants to know if you lost your gun too. Over.
Oh, come on.
Check your pockets. Check your... Holy fuck. You don't know where it is, do you?
Oh my god, it's not here.
Okay, it's gone. Your gun is most definitely gone.
10-9, come in, officer. Did you get my question? We were wondering about your gun. Over.
Well, we have a really good chance of this. Convince them that you didn't lose your gun.
Lying over the phone, it's easy. Just say it like it's the truth, and then it becomes it.
Yeah, that's how lying works. No, of course I didn't lose my gun.
He says he didn't.
Thank God for that. That would have been a nightmare.
Hmm.
I don't even want to imagine the poor prick who has to relay that kind of news to the captain.
Yeah, I can't imagine.
Losing his badge is bad enough. Tell him to find it, and fast. We can't have some gangbanger running around with it.
We're all glad to hear you've not lost your gun, officer. You need further assistance? Over.
This might sound odd, but there's personal details I like to discuss.
Okay, 10-4, sir. I hear you. Relay your question. Over.
Wait, before you say anything stupid, think it through.
What's there to think about? I need information, not fear.
Be smart about this. Ask if he's there alone.
10-4, sir. I'm not hearing your question.
No. That's not really gonna work out. Please refer to me with my full name in the future.
10-9, repeat message. I didn't get that, sir. Over.
Say my name. Heisenberg.
Sir, I will not have you talk to me in this manner. Over.
Please just say my name, Jules.
What? What is it?
Oh.
What can he possibly still want from us?
He seems intoxicated and keeps asking me to call him by his name.
Mullen's drunk and emotionally aggressive. That's new. Wrap it up. Don't indulge in his drunken antics.
Alright, fine.
Understood, sir. Over. Roger that. 10-10. Over and out.
Thanks for nothing. Let's get the toolbox.
A metallic drawer slides out from under the seat and clicks into place. The tools inside are neatly organized.
Take what you need, officer. It's going to be a long case. I'm not protective of my tools, like some men are.
So is it pry bar that we need?
The pry bar feels nice and cold in your hand, heavier than you'd think. Useful for opening all sorts of doors and lids.
Take the chain cutters.
The handles are long and sleek. Snap, snap, go the cutters in your hand. You can do good work with these. Cut chains, locks, and ropes, especially belts.
Take the hand cranked flashlight.
It's robust, weatherproof, and well-made. Police issue, blue. Lets you see things in the dark you would otherwise miss.
Yeah, that's how flashlights work.
The pull-out toolbox slides back into its nest. Preheater gauge casts a warm glow on the steering levers and the radio on its hook.
Okay, steering levers.
The white suede feels luxurious under the touch, and the metal clutch handle so very familiar in your palm. Your fingers waste no time closing around the handle. Clutch disengaged. Release the handle. Clutch drops. Right foot yearns for the familiar touch of the accelerator pedal. You have synced with the machine's mechanical circulation. The handle is pulled back. Somewhere deep inside the drivetrain, the disc is mated to the flywheel again. In the cabin, you see a set of steering levers, a radio on a hook, a pull-out toolbox, and the soft glow of the fuel preheater gauge.
Tap on the fuel preheater gauge.
As you tap on the gauge, the indicator pin jerks as if startled. It's in the large orange sector, indicating the engine is warm. Next to the gauge is a red switch labeled heat.
There's no use pressing the heat button. It won't start without the ignition key.
Okay.
Translation. We're not going anywhere right now.
Got it. So we'll just head out and talk to him. You must be the driver. Thanks for the autosave.
I am a gander and a hunter and a gatherer. Feel like a traveler.
The man mutters to himself, accenting the beats as he goes.
A simple little cadence. He seems to be making it up as he goes.
Keep listening. I am the law. That's a weird way to introduce yourself. What's going on here?
It's the jam, my man.
He motions toward the sprawl of lorries with a sweeping gesture.
The air from the east is thick with the smell of crude oils, heavy metals and other byproducts of the modern era. You can almost taste it.
What's the jam?
It's a traffic jam for the ages. Harbor gates up the street are shut tight. No explanation given. Workers on strike, scabs agitating, an all-around clusterfuck. Meanwhile, we're all stuck here in long-haul limbo for days upon days upon days. Upon days.
It's interesting that there are many different accents in the city. Limbo, huh? So that's where I am.
Yeah, exactly.
It's official. He too agrees. This is the antechamber of the afterlife.
So how long have you been here?
Feels like forever. Like I was born on this here roundabout and this was all I ever knew. Just me and the metal and the tires, the oil and the fumes of mazout.
Mazout is an antiquated term for heavy fuel oils. This man has a barely suppressed performative streak, or he just likes unusual words, or both.
I dig your style, man. Extravagantly phrased, but I can roll with it. I don't quite understand what you're saying. Keep it simpler. I'm here to ask questions. Crime questions. I can roll with it.
Yeah, imagine. It's been a whole week already. So tell me, what do you need?
Spare some change. Tell me where with the strike. Know anything about the dead man? What are you calling? You seem like a man who knows about drugs. Know anything about the dead man?
He ain't one of us drivers. I know that. All accounted for. Otherwise, I haven't really asked about that. Been wasting time right here. Keep him busy.
It's easy to see he's telling the truth. He's kept his nose out of the dark stuff.
Busy? With what?
Analyzing the fundamental structural and psychological conditions of being stranded in the midst of a sea of motor lorries and their sad, despondent chauffeurs.
So, just another Tuesday.
Ask for his conclusion.
And your conclusion?
A sense of surprise there ain't more bodies hanging from more trees.
Damn, bro. What are you hauling anyway?
Oh, high-grade narcotics, illegal firearms, stuff like that.
Relax. He's merely joking.
Wicked. I've always wanted a friend in the underworld.
Ha! No, I'm joking, my man. Found runs a nice, clean business. This haul of cargo is mostly sporting goods. You know, tracksuits and that kind of thing. They usually get shipped to Grad in the Occident, though we've been making headway in the Il Moran market lately.
So nothing illegal then? That's your machine behind you?
This rockin' beauty. Sure is. Like a rash you can't get rid of. You interested in heavy-duty cargo machinery?
A motor lorry, also called a camion, on Caillou and neighboring islands. This one looks roughed up enough to be some sort of found rust bucket. Maybe the A6?
That's a found A6 you got there.
Good eye, my man. Yup, she's an old one, but reliable. Me and her spent a long time together.
Got another question.
The man taps his fingers rhythmically against his arm.
Tell me more about this strike.
It's like whatever's going on over at the docks. Workers got a blockade set up, making demands, no way in or out.
Going on strike would probably help you dodge a bullet or two.
What's the union demanding?
Some pretty wild stuff, I hear. Like a giant new power crane in half the company? I forget what exactly. Good on them, I guess.
I mean, probably better working conditions, higher pay, maybe a shorter workday week, to crack down on worker crunch, that sort of thing.
I've heard talk there's a company rep in town, too. Like a strike negotiator type. They'd know what's up. Precise demands and so on.
What do you think the company wants?
They want to keep that money flowing in, my man. Ka-ching.
Yeah, capitalists.
He doesn't blame them, but he's not on their side. That's for sure.
Maybe I should go on strike.
Maybe you should. Cops don't get paid much and the hours are long. Plus, you can get shot. Why not?
The RCM is a self-managing organization that operates on donations. We promote our own leaders. It would be like striking against your own mother.
Maybe that's the problem. Anyway, I don't know my mother, but I go on strike against her too for my rights. I guess you got a point there. No, your mother.
I don't think you understand how that joke goes, but do continue. You were asking about the strike?
Alright, anyway. Anything else I should know?
Anything else? Yeah, this ain't really my area of expertise. I just do my job and get paid. I have things to do and places to be. All of us do.
All of who?
Us lorry drivers. Camionneurs. You still hang around here waiting for this mess to end. Most have scurried off somewhere to get drunk or high. Or laid. Not that I blame them, really.
Not you?
Not my thing. Chasing transient pleasures is a drag these days. I prefer the examined life now. Thinking, reflecting, observing.
He glances down the road toward the horizon, a glint of something in his eyes.
He tries his best to look nonchalant, but there's a rigidity in him, as if trying to conceal something warm and deep beneath a cool exterior.
So yes, I guess we're not very empathetic, are we? You seem like a man who knows about drugs.
Ah, man. Me and narcotics go way back. Had some good times surfing the psychic waves of my own consciousness, you know? But those days are behind me. There are other addictions in my life now. Why the inquiry, my man?
Do you finance those other addictions to drug trafficking? I need to get high. Let me be straight with you. I'm trying to figure out who's smuggling drugs out of Terminal B.
We have a credible lead, sir. Someone on this roundabout is waiting for a bulk shipment from the harbor to load it on their lorry and drive it to Jamrock.
Not me, man. No way. I don't need any trouble. Shit's bad enough anyway. This jam's got folks up in arms, and I'm afraid it's headed toward a conflagration.
Wait, then why are you still hanging around? Well, I think we know that because there's a traffic jam, right? Who do you think could be conducting a drug trade then?
Look, man, I try to stay away from the criminal underbelly of Revachol. I'm a guest here. You really need to find another man to probe with those questions.
We wouldn't say he's lying, sire.
Okay. Here for now.
Don't be a stranger.
Is that enough information to go on? Yeah. Tell me about the case again.
What do you want to know?
No, nothing really new.
Good.
Okay. Saw something here. Goods from the lorry haphazardly litter the surroundings. Oh, cool statue. Hello.
Welcome to Revachol.
Racist lorry driver. Okay. Why are you just in front like that? Okay, no, sounds wonderful. It's addressed to the lieutenant. I know that. That's where we are.
Don't you welcome to Revachol me. My grandfather came here from a 3,000-year-old racist isolationist culture, while your ancestors came to this island a mere 300 years ago.
Interesting.
Every school of thought and government has failed in the city, but I love it nonetheless. It belongs to me as much as it belongs to you.
You tell him.
It's men like you who keep Revachol divided, making it that much harder for everyone to climb out of this post-war limbo.
Man, Kim with the based takes. Love it.
What he means is, fixation on the Revacholian nation makes it harder for Revachol to actually attain self-determination.
Yeah, nationalism isn't usually good. He's right, you're undermining our best shot. Stop running this guy. So we are in limbo. Okay, I don't know what to do this. You're undermining our best shot. Yeah, I'll side with him.
Oh, come on, man. I just said welcome to Revachol. It's a lorry driver thing.
I know exactly what you meant. You think my kind doesn't belong here, that I should watch myself and behave. But you see, I'm an officer of the RCM. It's actually my job to make sure you behave. I would advise you to remember that.
You tell him, Kim.
Silence. The air between them becomes tense. Your partner needs backup. Now's your moment to shine.
Fucking A, Kim, I've got your back. Well, I think we all learned something here. I got your back.
You two make a cute couple. You know that?
Mm-hmm.
The lieutenant exhales and resumes his regular calmness.
Now that that's settled, we have a couple of questions.
Whatever you say, officers.
He waits impassively, cigarette smoldering between his fingers.
He smells of heavy motor oils, and his breath of high tar content cigarettes, probably Astra Whites.
What are you hauling?
Oh, not much anymore. I'm here to pick up some cargo, but the dock workers are on strike, so it's a sit and wait on your ass situation.
What kind of cargo are you supposed to pick up?
Apples.
Apples is exactly the kind of thing you'd say if you had something to hide.
Sounds like a cover story to me.
Look, as detective, I come from a long line of lorrymen. We got ancient rights and privileges.
He loses his patience for explaining it.
Oh, I'm here to pick up a load of fucking apples, man. Just regular, Koiko-picked apples.
Damn, you're not gonna get more out of him on this. He's put up the wall of racism.
You're a lawman, right? What's your stance on drugs?
Drugs? They're shit, man. I don't let anything pollute my body.
Takes a long drag on his cigarette. You smell of booze and cigarettes. What's different about narcotics?
You know where that shit comes from? Sarah Miriza, Safre, Ilmara. They take the money from our local junkies here and then use it to outcompete us in the manufacturing sector. They know they can't beat us in a fair fight, so they have to get us to weaken ourselves somehow. It's racial sabotage, racial economic sabotage.
What the hell is racial sabotage? So I take it you're not smuggling drugs. Listen, I agree, it's our responsibility to keep this poison...
Not in, not out. I'll never betray the purity of my tribe.
Okay, dude.
So you're telling us that you don't know anything about drug smuggling through Terminal B?
I don't know shit. And if I did, I wouldn't tell you.
Then what are you still hanging around here for? Most other communers have left.
What do you think? I can't leave the lorry unguarded. Stuff's been getting looted lately. It's those little kips sneaking around at night. If they touch my stuff, the bosses will be on my ass like ass cancer.
There was a bunch of spilled boxes in the back of a big lorry nearby.
I did see one lorry with the trailer doors open on my way here. Do you know what happened?
Yeah, I knew that guy. He was an honest driver who loved his country. We were having a good debate about genetics at the Wheeling in Rags when some kip boys smashed his luck and took damn near everything. Lost his fucking job over it.
Yeah, this guy's a horrible person.
Since he left, I haven't had anyone to talk to.
If they were getting drunk inside the Whirling in Rags, how could they know who broke into the lorry?
If you all were at the Whirling, how do you know it was Kips who broke into the lorry? I don't know what that word means.
What? Aren't we allowed to say that it's the Kips who do all the stealing around here? That's not road to science, man.
Sounds like a slur, to be honest. If it's not you, then who's running drugs through Terminal B?
Isn't it obvious? Fucking Sealang, that beady-eyed South Samaran. His little side business is a scam. I wouldn't be surprised if he was peddling drugs as well.
Who's that?
He's a Samaran guy who likes to pretend he's some kind of businessman. Really, he's just selling his employer stuff. Stuff he stole after he broke the seals on his Humanox lorry.
Where do I find him?
Just follow the smell. It smells like apricot and oil when you're nearby.
The lorryman lets out a raspy croak at his own sense of humor.
Yes, yes. Where is he?
Looks like I offended your partner there. Too bad. Sealang's usually a little bit south of here, near the canal. You can't miss him. Just watch yourselves. His tribe are natural liars. It's in their blood. He's your man, all right? 100%.
I wouldn't be so sure about it. Not until we've heard what Sealang himself has to say.
Guess we need to pay Sealang a visit then.
Guess so.
Yeah, I think we're done for now. Had enough of you. Alright, what's this? Jump Jam. Oh man, I can't read it. The Glossy magazine, most able-bodied men. This issue hosts the top 10 list. Magnesium. Freet. Yeah. So seek. So is that a? So that is a misspelling, right? Because I don't recall like a language to having 3 T's in a row. Here's the strike.
Scab?
Call me mañana. Scab.
You're hazy on the notion of a scab. Smells like politics, though. Maybe it's got something to do with the flask he reaches for from time to time.
Yeah, so for those of you who don't know, a scab is somebody who crosses picket lines. So, like, you know, for example, if you've got workers protesting, striking right outside the company, what the company will do is hire scabs or workers who will just, you know, still come in and, you know, they have to cross the picket lines, essentially undermining the strike that's going on. So, yeah, so it's bad to be a scab. What is a scab? Well, my character might not know that. I'm not a scab, I'm a cop.
I was just messing with you. No one's ever seen a cop scab. Imagine, you cops going on a strike, but then another cop comes in and says, let us cop for less money. Speaking of, what brings the RCM here? To the Wild North? Come to see the strife?
I've come to Martinez investigating a murder. I mean, someone's behind these gates. What's the strike about?
You know, serious business. I'm sure the big boss will be glad to tell you. You'll have to ask him first.
Can someone just tell us, like, you know, what's the strike about? That's all.
He's a chatty guy. Wants to talk about the strike too. Just can't break the command structure and tell you now.
Oh, there's a command structure. Well, I guess because we are cops, so they gotta be careful. I'll come to investigating a murder.
Murder, huh? That sounds like a lot of hard work. You'd never see me investigating a murder.
It's actually very fun and easy. You're right, it's almost impossible. I'm 91% sure I'll never get it solved. I have no idea what I'm doing. Maybe you want to help me solve it by telling me who did it?
Of course, Policia. It wasn't me. You can rule me out. Easier that way.
He didn't do it. It's the truth.
What's behind these gates?
My friend, I respect the right to roam. The open range awaits.
He gazes over the roundabout with a glint of longing. Does this mean you can let me through the gate?
I don't operate in that capacity. I'm not a granter of passage. The passage grants itself.
If it's all so simple, why don't the strikebreakers just go up the stairs?
That simple? I just walk in?
Aye. Walk right past Measurehead and go in.
Past Measurehead?
Yeah, the 2.5 meter tall Semini supremacist there. Walk right past him.
Right.
Then press the button to unlock the door.
Uh-huh.
Then go past him again.
Okay.
And you enter the arbor through the office. Está.
So you're saying it's actually quite difficult. Gotcha. I think I have some questions for you first.
The man whispers a jaunty tune. A coastal breeze ruffles his hair.
Alright, nice talk. I wonder if... 3 T's, how idiomatic. I wonder if... Yeah, I'm trying to get back down. Oh. There we go. I want to see if we can go to Joyce with the information we have now. Or let's check out this here. And yeah, those are the tools we picked up. Interrogate the drivers. I guess we're not done interrogating.
Bastards! We have a right to work!
The man yells towards the harbor gates. His voice is the loudest of the lot and oddly screechy for a man his size. What's going on here?
Hold up and stay frosty, everyone. Cops are here.
The broad-shouldered alpha male turns to you. He's a full head taller than everybody else here.
You here to fuck with us? Beat the honest worker down.
No.
Good. We're fighting for a cause here.
Right to work! Right to work!
Yeah, so those are scabs, basically.
Besides, we're not that different. It helps if people see us talking, cops and strikebreakers together. Shows authorities are on our side. Builds confidence.
What kind of cause are we talking about? I don't think I've chosen sides. Regardless, I have some questions for you.
Maybe you should ask them the questions, like why we're not allowed to make a living here.
Shame on you!
We have families to feed, you piece of shit.
He points his finger at the man sitting on the railing.
So do we, Scab.
What is your goal here?
We were promised work. We'd be in there, working, if the bastards hadn't shut the gates.
Okay, got it.
The physically impressive man-tower has turned his attention back to the gates. He ignores your presence.
Who are all these strikebreakers?
Honest men and women, with rights, to work, to be useful, not toys for corporate interests.
The man runs a hand through his steadily graying military haircut.
We came here to help the harbor run smoothly in time of crisis. If union fucks don't want work, they ought to let in those who do want work.
I have a question. Why do all these men follow your leadership?
You think they follow because I'm big and loud? No. They follow the rules of the market, the rules of the economy, because they were given a job to do!
Yeah, because the free market knows best, right? I'm just gonna leave. The lorries probably stored fuel here. Now they store booze. Money. Okay, so that's the store. That's one driver. That's the whirling in rags. There's gotta be one more driver. Somewhere. The bold slogan, Humanox, covers the truck.
An old monument stands in the middle of the traffic island, pointing toward the sea. It looks as if it's been reassembled piece by piece, secured and mounted in the air, with the aid of numerous ropes and rods.
Who is this?
A silver plaque on the statue's pedestal reads, I am Philip III, the Squanderer, the greatest of the Philippian kings of Revachol, son of Philip II, the opulent, father of Philip IV, the insane.
The insane.
As you look up, you notice something about the statue. There are some odd indentations on the king's chest piece.
What indentations? What do I see?
Something with great kinetic energy seems to have impacted the cuirass, around where the heart is. A bullet? Someone shot him in the heart. Interesting.
Lieutenant, has someone shot the king?
Okay, I can't see it, but I take your word for it.
What do you think?
Well, Martinez is riddled with bullet holes. This place saw a lot of action during the revolution. But the statue is recently renovated, so maybe a joke? Target practice or a political statement?
It's a practical joke. Target practice. Political. It's a king and he shot.
Why not? What this shows us is guns aren't too uncommon here, and people still shoot them, sometimes at kings.
He takes a note in his notebook.
The king stands high above you, surveying the bay, mute and indifferent to your sightings.
Heard Crater's story from Renee. Okay, yeah, so we got a +1. What did this king do?
Even by the standards of the Philippian kings, old sumptuous Philip was known for his profligacy.
Profligacy? I actually don't know what that means. In what way?
Well, he blew through the whole national treasury, starting the decline of one of the penultimate century's greatest superpowers, the suzerain of Revachol. His own maladministration foreshadowed the fall of the monarchy. During the anti-centennial revolution, an end to his family line and the monarchy on the Insulindian Isola.
How did he manage to blow through the entire national treasury?
Stories have it that he had his bedroom converted into a treasure chamber, where he stored unfathomable wealth. Krugerrands, bars of gold, ornate weaponry, armor, and various chalices. He called it the Sol Aurum. It was obscene. There were whispers he slept on a huge pile of gold-dipped feathers, like some obese dragon, instead of a bed, like a normal person.
I would like to sleep on gold, Hustler style. King is a king, could do anything. Wait, really? There's no way that's true. A deplorable farce. No wonder everything went to shit.
But wait, you haven't even heard about his fabled cocaine addiction.
The what now?
You see, old Philippe wasn't just good at squandering the national treasury on gold and ceremonial weaponry. He was also a prodigious snorter of nose candy.
Nose candy. A bloated druggie?
That's what the revolutionaries said 150 years later, right before they emptied out the royal mausoleum and dumped His Majesty's mortal remains in the Insulindian Bay.
Okay, where is he buried now?
Beneath the cold waters of the Insulindian Bay, thrown there by the revolutionaries after they cleaned out the royal mausoleum.
What happened to the statue?
The original was blown apart by communards, then further damaged during the landing of the coalition's airships during the turn-of-the-century revolution, when Martinaise was leveled. Most historians think the coalition's hasty landing may have ultimately saved the statue. If the communards had more time, they would have reduced it up to even finer pieces.
Who restored the monument?
Some years ago, a group of liberal, artistically inclined individuals, designers mostly, thought it would be ironic to restore the statue of the most wasteful ruler of Revachol in the poorest part of the city.
Some kind of artistic statement, I guess?
The statue is supposed to capture the moment it was blown apart, like an instant frozen in time, a rare butterfly trapped in amber, floating on a sea of shit.
That's brilliant, so funny and nihilistic.
People in Martinaise tend to disagree, as do many prominent art critics and thought leaders with more nuanced social awareness than the young ironists. Those critics might have it wrong, though. There's more to it than just ironism, but you can't say what precisely. Perhaps this art mystery will be solved at a later time?
Perhaps.
Philip III, the squanderer, however, with his bronze face up in the air, doesn't seem concerned about what the hoi polloi think of him in death. Not that he ever did in life either.
Alright. Thank you for the autosave. Oh, I see someone there. White tank top.
The small, wrinkled woman does not greet you. She nods along to something on her radio. A photograph is clutched in her hands, and there is a warm smile on her face. The photo, an ambrotype from the turn of the century, as golden as her smile.
Excuse me, ma'am. I'd like to ask some questions.
No response wherever this woman is. Your words fail to reach her.
Snap your fingers in front of her face.
If you want her attention, you may need to be more forceful.
Snap your fingers twice.
Where am I? Who are you?
Like a magician recalling a subject from hypnosis, you've jolted her back to reality. Are you alright, ma'am? You are out.
Never mind. I remember now. I'm still stuck in that traffic jam in the 50s.
Where else would you be then?
Back in Mecca, during the time of the revolution. The sidewalks and cafes are filled with young people. I was on my way to see a new Boyadero picture starring Gabriel Buendero. Until you came along, that is.
Right, I have some other questions for you. Police questions.
Why not, Harife? It's not like I have anything better to do in this hellhole.
She sails back against the railing of her motor lorry. Behind her, mountains of memorabilia, photos, and knickknacks line the dashboard. What are you hauling?
Diamonds.
Diamonds, really?
Of course not. But wouldn't it be marvelous if I was?
So we're hauling apples, diamonds, possibly drugs. Okay, but what are you really hauling?
Whatever stupid things they put in the lorry, I imagine.
So you don't know what you're hauling in your own lorry?
I quit concerning myself with that a long time ago. Besides, I don't drive the lorry for the cargo, if you know what I mean.
I don't think I do know what you mean.
Of course you don't.
Okay. You seem like a woman who knows a thing or two about drugs.
What do I need drugs for, Lowman? What I see, what I feel. The great adversary, no drugs can compare.
The adversary?
Yes. There is a protagonista and an adversario. I am on the side of the adversary. There's no coming back from that hole.
Those epithets are familiar somehow. The great adversary, the great unrest.
Where could I get my hands on an experience like that?
If you don't know,
She flicks her wrist in a gesture of casual dismissal.
Maybe if she thought you're corrupt.
What if... no. I wanted to ask if you'd be interested in smuggling some drugs.
why would I want to do that?
For commerce, the lifeblood of the Asolas, for the glory of the World Republic. Commerce?
Lowman, what in the name of God are you talking about?
Okay, let me put this another way. Are you smuggling drugs through Terminal B?
Maybe. Probably not. Makes no difference to me either way.
How can you not know what you're hauling in your own lorry? Well, I think we addressed that. You said earlier you don't know what cargo you're hauling. Could it be drugs?
Just this month, I made half a dozen trips from Saramiriza to Grat on the U41A. What do you think they take from Saramiriza to Grat, Lowman?
I don't know. That's why I'm asking you.
It's diamonds, Lowman, obviously.
I didn't ask about diamonds, did I? I don't care about that. If you had to guess, who do you think is smuggling drugs around here? Okay, if you're not involved, then why are you still waiting here?
Where do you want me to go? This isn't so bad. I can listen to music, or the seagulls. Look at all the colors and the filters of this world. It's a good palate cleanser, this jamboree. Or I can just relax and let my mind carry me back where it will, to the Great Plains.
I think we're done here, no?
Because there's enough stressful. Okay, alright, thank you.
Yes, go. Enough jamboree. I need to get back to Mesky.
So, do we have enough information then? Oh, there's someone else. Or are they with the strike? Was a foreign car, kept in good condition.
A lorry stuck in the traffic jam. This big, heavy Grad-made machine is well kept for such an old machine.
Look in the window?
The windows are clear. They've been recently washed. You can see a lorryman's cabin with personal belongings, stickers, insignia.
What kind of stickers and insignia?
The driver has adorned his space with a substantial collection of peculiar paraphernalia. Proclamations about honor, strength, and purity are glued to various panels. A large metal pendant hangs from the rear view mirror. The pendant features a sun crown with wavy rays. It is the seal of Royalist era Revachol.
What about the back seat?
The back end of the cabin has a small perch to sleep, large ashtrays. There are several suns and wheels sewn into the curtains. A book with ragged edges catches your notice. The front cover features a large, muscular man. The title reads, Man from Eamdal in the Lost City of the Pygmies.
Racist nationalist paraphernalia. Not unusual in this part of town. This is our guy.
Oh. You think this lorry belongs to our tough guy?
Likely, yes. This guy's proud of who he is. Drapes it all over his machine.
There he is, in front of Rita, smoking nervously, hoping it's over.
So I guess we can talk to him again.
Looking for something?
You said something about the rights and privileges of lorrymen?
Oh yeah, they're a big deal. My great-grandfather was a carter, had a royal license and everything. We've tried to hold on to our privileges.
Hold on, what's a carter?
Someone with a cart. What did you think it was? That's how deep into history our thing reaches, before machines.
So he was a garbage man?
Not at all. We are part of a guild and everything, huh? It's very ancient, very prestigious.
I wonder if, like, to proceed with these investigations, we have to exhaust all dialogue. Because I keep trying to, like, you know, move forward and get an update so that then we can go back and, you know, do this other thing. But I guess we just need to keep going, kind of like a stream of consciousness thing.
Goddamn right. They've been trying to fuck us out of our heritage in the name of profit. But when they try to replace us, they'll regret it. Trusting street thugs with their goods is going to fuck them right up the ass. Mark my words. Generations of practice ain't no laughing matter.
Alright, and then this is our last option. What was that argument all about?
It's about biological determinism, natural law, the sorting of the races.
Yeah, okay, so you're an ass.
Not the most popular topic nowadays, with the coalition in charge and all. You might want to change the topic. That is, bury your head under the sand like common sheep.
Oh, so you're just a racist. Makes sense.
I'm not just racist. Look, I've read books, huh? The science of racial theory has all been proved, even if some people don't want to accept it.
No, so, you know, all that, you know, racial science and all that is pseudoscience. It's all bullshit.
People who've studied these things say that you and me are superior by design. So, naturally, we Occidentals should be in charge. Obviously, you can see the merits in that.
Yes, I can really tell you're a prime example of superior design.
Open your eyes. Haven't you noticed something different lately? An unfortunate downturn, maybe? Huh? When members of the superior race cease to believe in their innate superiority, they stop competing for resources.
Okay, and?
This concerns you, policeman, so you better be vigilant. The damn kips are showing up good lately. Same with the mosquitoes. And the other intruder species too. They're on the precipice of cultural victory.
God, I hate you.
Cultural victory? What is this then?
Wait, what's this cultural victory?
It's what the kips of Boogie Street are going for, right under our noses. And the others too, on the radio. Heard any chansons lately? Heard any motetos or leader? No. Dominating culture is how they plan to win. They say so themselves.
Hmm. Yeah, I've heard this conspiracy theory called cultural Marxism. Like, oh, the ones in charge, those minorities, those groups of people are the ones behind everything and ruining our culture. The West has fallen and things like that.
It's true. Also, you need to realize the dangers of mixing races. Who knows what might happen if people don't stay in their birthplace? You might end up with a new sub-race, with unknown characteristics, leading to extra competition. That's why you've got to control the offspring.
Yeah, I'm not down with this. Why don't you go fuck yourself?
Don't push your luck, runt.
The man gives you a disgusted look, then turns his attention elsewhere, ignoring your presence. And good riddance. Alright, let's go back to Joyce, see if there are any updates. If not, then we'll just end the episode there.
You're back. Good. What can I help you with?
I spoke with the lorryman at the roundabout.
On the contrary, officer. There are yet camionneurs you have not talked to. And don't look so surprised. In a time like this, it would be strange if Wild Pines didn't have eyes on the harbor.
They must have someone in an overlook position, near the gates.
Oh, maybe, someone... Yeah, like above the, what's his name? Mañana. Could be there.
I suggest you go back and canvass for more suspects.
Alright, fine. Be right back. A notice. In case of a strike, press button behind guard. A hermetically sealed door, locked by electronic means. There's no lockpicking or door kicking this one. Okay. Alright, let's talk to one of these people. I guess just you? Oops.
Yes?
There.
Nobody betrays your degeneracy.
Excuse you?
Yeah, Measurehead. His body totally betrays his degeneracy.
I'm with the police. We need to get into the harbor.
That is precisely the negligence that has led you to succumb to Al Ghul.
His face contorts in disgust as if you were smelling a dead rat.
You reek of it. An invisible sword of Al Ghul emerges from your throat. You cannot see it, but others can. It is making the woman in my company sick.
Wait, Al Ghul?
Yes, Al Ghul.
Like, Raz Al Ghul?
It means alcohol.
Understood.
I doubt it. My microcephalic race, so.
Enough. I need you to open the door to the harbor.
No, you don't. You need to get another drink. Occidental Haplogroup B4 is done giving orders around here. The influence of the ham sandwich race is waning.
What are you on?
Does this remind you of someone? The guy down there.
The fat racist over there. You're just him after pumping some iron.
Look at my craniology. I am the pinnacle of my haplogroup. The pink blob is a bad example, even of yours. It saddens me. You were once a noble and powerful race. You gave the world eugenics, electricity, and powerful weapons of war like missiles and aerostatic aircraft. You made great gains in metallurgy, race theory, and statecraft. You dominated lesser cultures, like the deformed Hemians and the inexplicably potato-obsessed Koikos. But now your ascent to the genetic summit has halted. You are obsessed with sadness and with frivolous pop culture. You will be superseded. Isn't that right, babe?
It is, baby, yeah. You know it.
There is a button right behind him, just out of reach. It must be the one that opens the door to the harbor.
Come on, I just need you to move about 20 centimeters back.
It is my task to keep the degenerate drunks from entering the harbor.
This is going nowhere. I don't want to resort to violence right now. But there must be something I'm missing.
Hola, Wandering Man. How can I help you?
Oh. So there's like at least one more driver. And they said overlook at the gates. But not this. Yeah, so they're still drivers. So anyway, I'd like to keep going, but this is where we're going to wrap things up here. I'm just enthralled with this game. Like, I just want to keep going and going and going. I'm just so invested in like the world and the characters and the themes and the ideologies clashing here. You got union. You got people in the union, you got people anti-union. There's obviously so much politics and history going on here, and I can't help but wonder like what our place is in all of this. But anyway, that is where we're going to wrap things up here. Thank you for being here with me. Remember to like and subscribe, save your progress, and I will see you in the next video.